Hey there, giant fans of fun. It's Thad the Theme Park Giant. If you've ever wondered about the single rider lines at Walt Disney World and if they're actually worth using, then this is the video for you. I've spent the last few days going around the resort and experiencing each one of these attractions, and I'm going to take you out to the parks and show you everything that you'll need to know about each of the attractions that offer the single rider option at Disney World. You'll get all the ins and outs. I'll show you everything you need to know and just my experience with them. So, as of February 26, 2025, there are currently 5 attractions that offer the single rider line for guests, and they are Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at EPCOT, Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios, and Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, also at Hollywood Studios. Now, just a little general info about the single rider lines before we get too deep into this. They may not always be open, so just be aware of that when visiting. Single rider lines open later in the day sometimes. They may not open right at park open because they don't need them, I guess, as much. But just know they may not always be open, so your mileage may vary. And there are a couple of temporary ones right now that are in a test mode, but I'll cover that as well. Know that your party will be split up. Don't join the single rider line thinking that you're going to talk the cast member into letting your family ride together. It's not going to happen. Now, there are times where you may just randomly get to ride with them because of how things shake out. Like today on Rock and Roller Coaster, they took about 6 people right out of the single rider line. So a bunch of people that were in there were like friends and got to ride with each other. But I would never expect that, because if you ask, it's definitely not going to happen, and you are warned when you get in line, and there's signs everywhere telling you your party will be split up. So don't be that person. You won't be able to choose your seat, so you're basically just told where to go by the cast member. Your job is essentially you're filling the empty seats on the ride to improve the efficiency of it, so you go where the empty seat is. And then finally, it is impossible for anyone to estimate how long the single rider lines are going to take, even in that moment, because it's all dependent on the size of the parties that are coming in through the standby and lightning lanes, and how many people are ahead of you in the single rider line. So, I mean, you could have, especially like Rock and Roller Coaster where it's 2 seats, there's a lot of even parties. So you may go multiple trains where they don't even take anyone out of the single rider line, and it can be a longer wait than you would anticipate. But just know it is absolutely impossible to gauge this. I would not ask the cast member for an estimation, because they're just going to tell you, we have no idea, because it really is just luck of the draw. Now that we've covered all of that, let's get out to the parks so you can see all the info you need for each of these single rider line attractions. Expedition Everest is the only single rider line at Animal Kingdom, and in my opinion, it might be the best one at Walt Disney World. Even though it's only 2 seats, for some reason, the single rider line moves super fast. Even when it's like an hour-long wait, you can be on in about 5 to 10 minutes. I highly recommend it. Wait's about 30 minutes tonight, so we'll see how long the single rider line is. And then the single rider line, if you're at the front entrance, it's over here by the gift shop at the exit. And as you walk over here, you'll see the sign, single rider entrance, and it'll let you know if it's open or not. And luckily it is open. And of course, after I said all that, this is one of the longest single rider lines I've seen, especially for only being 30 minutes, but we'll see how long it takes. Okay, so it's 14 minutes, about 14 and a half minutes. So not ideal, but still better than the 30-minute wait. So there we go.
What are you saying?
I said I like the one in the front a lot. I don't want to lose her. They were making sure she was sitting there tight.
Oh.
I don't know if we get back there. We do. We're going. Oh.
We're not going anywhere yet, Joanna.
So like I said, it was about 14 and a half minutes. So we saved about half the time of what the standby would be. So I would say it's still well worth it, but typically that is a much better wait. So unfortunately, this is a non-scientific experiment we're running. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at EPCOT is the only single rider line here at this park. It's still in a bit of a testing phase, so it may not always be open as of the time of this recording. If it's open today, standby's 50 minutes, so we're gonna see how long it takes. And you have three options: standby, lightning lane, or single rider, and that's what we're doing. And you come down this long hallway. You'll pass by the standby line over here. And we are basically getting right to the ride. And there it is. We walked literally right up to where you get on the ride. So a 50-minute standby was reduced to a 0-second wait. This is definitely a great single rider line.
Suivez-moi, je vous prie. Chef Remy is waiting for you. This way. Les invités pour le dîner.
Yes, but what to prepare? Hein? Pour le repas idéal? Coq au vin? Non. A simple omelet? Too simple.
Voilà.
Mais oui, that's it! Oh, c'est bien là! absolutely perfect. Echo est en salle. Et oui, what are you doing? Que manigancez-vous? Dépêchez-vous! Par ici! Go! Go!
Come on! Remy's kitchen's just around the corner!
Compte pour la 12. Une à point, une bleue et une saignante.
Oui, petit chef!
Il va aussi me falloir rapidement 4 ratatouilles pour la carte.
Maintenant.
Oui, ma chérie!
Hey, thanks for coming, everyone. Vous serez toujours les bienvenus chez Remy. À bientôt et bon appétit. Et oui, non? Oh. Au revoir.
All right, so obviously it's all anecdotal, not real scientific, because you could come another time and it's a 30-minute wait, but 50-minute standby. Here I'll show you all the exterior queue is pretty much filled up here, so it's definitely a 50-minute wait, and we walked right on. So this is the second time I've used this one. Last time I did it was like 45 minutes and we waited about 5. So I would say Remy's single rider line is pretty good. It has 3 seats in each row, so with the odd number it really helps. So it's a lot like Test Track, but definitely take advantage of this one. One of the single rider attractions here at Disney's Hollywood Studios is the classic rock and roller coaster starring Aerosmith, soon to be taken over by the Electric Mayhem and the Muppets. But for now, still Aerosmith. But I have long believed that this is the worst single rider line on property. With only 2 seats in each row, there aren't a lot of odd parties typically, so it's usually not that much of a benefit to use it. But we're gonna test it out here. The wait time right now is about 45 minutes, so we'll see if it's worth it or not. And you got the standby entrance to the left, lightning lane over here on the kind of the middle right, and then the single rider entrance is over here on the far right. So we'll be taking that. And we're starting the clock. And even though this looks great right now, you just never know, because the inside by the actual station, the single rider queue is actually pretty long. So without knowing and not being able to see how long it is, you just never have an idea how long this will take. And we're just waiting to get put into the pre-show. They have to send us into a different area for that, so they kind of hold you. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now we get sent up to our special viewing area for the pre-show, where only the single riders go, so they keep us separated. And we'll see how long the line is once we get in there. And now we get released into the station. There's our limo waiting, and this isn't a terrible line for in here. I've definitely seen where the entire thing is full and it takes a while. So, and then it's always luck of the draw anyway, because you could just get even group after even group after even group and they won't need singles. So you just never know. And just a quick update, about 14 minutes for us to get through the pre-show and into the single rider queue. All right, it took 25 minutes for me to get through the single rider line, so saved about 20 based on the standby. That's pretty good. So there you go, 25 minutes, single rider line, pretty good for a 45-minute wait. But like I said, and like I'll say this about every single one, you never really know, but I think this is the one where you really never know, and I have heard stories of people waiting longer than the standby line on this one. So take that for what it's worth, but it worked really well for us today. 25 minutes, saved almost half of the standby line. One of the most popular rides at Walt Disney World, and in my opinion, one of the best rides, is Star Wars Rise of the Resistance here at Disney Hollywood Studios. They are currently testing out a single rider. It's open most days, but just be aware, as of February 26, 2024, it may not always be open when you're here. But currently it is at 80 minutes. We're gonna check it out. One warning with this, if you've never done the ride, I would not suggest using the single rider line your first time because it cuts out a significant portion of the experience. You'll miss the pre-show, you'll miss the Galactic Cruiser part, and I think that's all very, very important to the story of the ride. So just my 2 cents, do not use this if you've never been on the ride. But let's go check it out and see how it's working today. When you're at the entrance to Rise, off to the left is the standby and the right is the lightning lane. And if they are running the single rider line, you will see the cast member with the sign out here. And then you go ask them and they'll send you down this path here. So that is what we're gonna do. So over here at the exit of the ride, you'll find the other cast member. And this is the actual entrance to the single rider line. And we'll go through some very interesting places back here. Definitely were not created for guests. I probably can't even record it in some of these hallways. And we're in line, so starting the clock. Probably got about 20, 25 people ahead of us, so it's kind of interesting how they do this. You have to do it between the pre-shows while they'll take the single riders through, but you can actually hear the cast members directing people to the pre-show. And they keep taking a few people at a time back here, so we moved up a little. At least we're out of the sun. That is one warning. It does get pretty hot in that path. So you can see at the holding point here, you can actually see and hear the Star Cruiser pre-show part, but we'll walk right past that. And this is where we get sent through. And the normal standby goes onto the ship. And now we wait in this back hallway that looks like it's in an office. And then you do get to come into the Stormtrooper room. It's not quite the same reveal as it is when you come off the Star Cruiser, but you still get this amazing view. Unfortunately, they do not let you stop for pictures, so they're pretty adamant about that. And then, so they've always had 2 queues here, but they've turned the left one into the single rider line.
It sure says
And that, so we still have a decent wait here because there's probably a good 30 or 40 people ahead of us, but 15 minutes to get to this point. So, and I think Rise has gone up to 120 minutes since we got in line. So this is going to be pretty good. Okay, it's been about 35 minutes and I am next to get selected from the single rider line. So, definitely well worth it. But like I said, you do miss the pre-shows and a lot of the experience. All right, 36 and a half minutes. we're getting put in our holding cells.
Yes, General. Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We're needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Who's ready to get rescued? Okay, the ones who didn't scream, you're gonna stay behind. Let's go. Once them at all times. R5's gonna move out of here. Good luck. May the force be with you.
Okay, take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. A probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
Cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Take cover, recruits. If anyone's packing a blaster, now's a good time. Ah! The escape pod's just below us. Wait, why are you going up? I said down. Up is bad. Up is real bad.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This destroyer is about.
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the Resistance.
shots came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. 9-0, scan for his pod beacon.
More escape pods down in Sector 4. Verification pending.
Lieutenant Beck here.
Beck! You're alive!
I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the resistance base is secure. Bravo! Yes, R5, you too.
Okay, so you saw 35 minutes to get on to Rise of the Resistance. And like I've mentioned a couple other times, just remember, you don't get to see all the pre-shows. I think you missed out on a lot of the experience, but for me, like, sometimes I like to wait, but sometimes I just like to get on and ride. So it's up to you. We had some people ahead of us that had never ridden before, so they seemed a little disappointed, like when they found out they were gonna miss some things, but just know that going in. But this is a great single rider line, 35 minutes instead of an hour and 20 or 120 minutes. So pretty happy with that. And the final single rider attraction here at Hollywood Studios and at Walt Disney World is Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. This is basically a flight simulator, like an arcade game, but the single rider line can provide a great service because every time I've ever done it, you save quite a bit of time. Right now, the standby is 55 minutes, so let's go check it out. And then as you come up to the attraction, as always, there's standby on the right, lightning lane in the middle, and the single rider is on the left. All right, we're in and single rider. So one secret for this, there are 2 single rider lines. There's a staircase on the right and a staircase on the left. Almost everyone goes right. So if you go left, it'll cut down considerably, typically. So we'll check it out. So there's the one no one ever sees. This one, because the way you come out of that hallway, everyone just goes to that first one. Nice thing with this line, you still get to see the Millennium Falcon and all that other stuff. And then, like I said,
2 engineers. That's right. They take that first order. The first order we gave you. That's right.
get to go through the Millennium Falcon. A lot of Star Wars nerds' dream right here. And as you saw, we walked right on. 55-minute wait, literally 2 seconds we waited.
Takes you to the planet Corellia. You will be intercepting a first order train. Flight engineers, repair test. Hit your flashing buttons. Good job, engineers. Right, pilot, push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left, move your stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right, pull back on the stick to fly up, and push forward to fly down. Weapons are online. Left pilot, hit the boosters. Now let's go get that party out. Right pilot, make the jump to light speed. Train. Yes, yes, keep shooting. They've locked onto us. Take evasive action. Ah, there it is. After that. that train. Flight engineers, fire the harpoon. Excellent. Now, gunners, shoot the cargo free. The pilot brakes. Well, my friends, that could have been much worse. Okay, it's much worse. Yes, you got one. Excellent, my friends. Now power up the ship. Well, I gravity go axiom. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Now that the resistance has what they need, maybe I did something for unknown pilots. Line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Get behind the train. Gunners, shoot the train. Engineers, reel us closer. The cargo is breaking free. Keep shooting. Good job, my friends. Yes, yes, yes. We got the coaxium. I will grab it. You keep up to the train. Gunship. Oh, that's ridiculous. Things are getting too hot. We've got to get out of here. Yes, a distraction. Fire the missiles at the train. Hurry. It's coming down. Let's pilot. Hit the boosters. Boost, boost, boost. Let's get out of here. Your hyperdrive has failed. Pilots, evasive maneuvers. We've got company. Chewie's right. We cannot let them follow us back to the resistance. He's the last. You did it. Watch out! Oh, that's going to be rough. Yes, Chewie will pilot us in remotely. You retrieve 2 containers of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. You have heard the First Order and made Chewie proud. Now, after my modest profit, your cut minus what you owe me for damaging the Falcon is, hey, not bad. Oh, wait, my friends. I'm afraid we have picked up a hitchhiker. R5, scan the exterior of the Falcon for life forms. You see, this happens sometimes when you travel through uncharted regions of the galaxy as much as I do. It is not unusual to find a stray species or two clinging to the hub. Time for you to go. Don't worry.
All right, so as you just saw, the Smugglers Run single rider line is pretty fantastic, especially going up that left staircase. No one ever uses it. I've never had to wait going up it. Now, obviously, that's not a guarantee, but I'm just advising. Make sure you go up that left staircase. All right, giant fans of fun, that is going to do it for the single rider attractions at Walt Disney World. Hopefully, I've answered every question that you've ever had about them or ever will, but in the off chance that I missed something, I mean, it's not an off chance, I miss things all the time, but if I did miss something that you had a question about, leave it in the comments. I'm happy to answer it, and hopefully I can help out. But thanks again for watching. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if this is the kind of thing that you enjoy. And thanks for watching. Once again, this is Thad the Theme Park Giant saying, get out there and make it a giant day of fun.